Ryoma Takebayashi is an 11-year-old boy who lives with over 1,000 magical slime familiars in the forest. He meets a nobleman named Reinhard Jamel and his soldiers in the forest and invites them to his home. They become suspicious when they notice he lives alone. Ryoma claims that his deceased grandparents taught him magic. Ryoma has a high resistance to mental and physical pain. According to Camel, a mage, Ryoma feels bad about lying after they leave. In reality, he was an unhappy Japanese salaryman who died in his sleep 3 years prior. He met 3 gods in the afterlife, Gain, Lulusha, and Kufo, who explained that their alternate Earth is running out of magic, and that if they reincarnate him in their world, it will create a bridge to Ryoma's Earth, which has plenty. They bestow magical abilities on Ryoma while also allowing him to retain his brute strength and resistance to mental and physical pain. Ryoma met his first slime when he arrived on the alternate Earth as an 8-year-old boy, and he spent 3 years learning about them until he met Reinhardt. Ryoma is taken aback 2 weeks later when Reinhardt reappears with even more people, including his daughter Illyria. Reinhardt introduces Ryoma to his father Reinbach, his wife Elise, and their daughter Illyria, all of whom are awestruck by his monster-taming abilities. Reinbach reveals the Jamel family has been tamers for generations and requests Ryoma help Illyria tame a slime as her first familiar after presenting Ryoma with a gold clock for previously assisting him. Illyria decides to tame a cleaner slime that can cleanse away impurities, filth, and grime after sharing some of his slime knowledge, even if it means using bath water tainted with her sweat as bait. The only surefire way of attracting a cleaner slime, Ryoma accepts the Jamel family's invitation to accompany them on a trip to Gimel, another town, because he only knows the forest and is eager to explore his new world. Ryoma brings his extensive collection of belongings with him using item storage magic, leading Reinbach to believe Ryoma has a bright future as a craftsman or even a merchant. A rock slide blocks the path on the way to Gimel, but Ryoma solves the problem with several spells he created himself, impressing Reinhardt's mages before continuing on. Ryoma is taken to Gimel's church in order to obtain his status board, which also serves as a form of identification. Ryoma runs into the 3 gods once more. Gain, the creator of the slimes, congratulates Ryoma on unintentionally influencing the evolution of the cleaner and scavenger slimes. Lulusha reveals that 2 Jamel ancestors came from Ryoma's Earth, an animal lover who invented taming magic, and a shy otaku who grew up to become a powerful warrior magician. They also inform Ryoma that he has attracted the attention of the gods of war and magic, as well as the blessing of the god of artisans. When Ryoma returns to Gimel, he is advised to join a guild so that unscrupulous people will be less likely to take advantage of him. Illyria is astounded by Ryoma's mastery of his vast magical abilities, revealing that she has more magic than him, but less control. Ryoma learns at the Tamers Guild that rising through the ranks will be difficult due to how unimpressive slimes are. Instead, after witnessing Ryoma's warrior abilities, he joins the Adventurers Guild, where Guild Master Worgen accepts him right away. Ryoma takes his first G-rank job, cleaning the home of Mia, a cat beastkin. At the lowest rank of G, Ryoma not only cleans Mia's house with the help of his slimes, but also makes some repairs, much to her delight, and she increases his reward out of gratitude. Ryoma's next assignment is to clean the communal toilets. Despite suspicions that the toilets are not being properly maintained due to local government embezzlement, Ryoma discovers that the toilets are contaminated with miasma while Reinhardt investigates. When the Jamel family learns of this, they try to persuade Ryoma to abandon the mission, but he persuades them that he is the best candidate for it. The guild then dispatches Mia and a group of other adventurers to keep the populace away from the toilets, while Ryoma finishes cleaning them. After the job is completed, Ryoma remembers his mother, who used to stay up all night to greet him when he returned home from work until her death. and sheds tears of joy when the Jamel family greets him in the same manner. Ilaria asks Ryoma to teach her how to play magic after hearing from him that it is a good way to learn. Camel is also asked by Ryoma to teach him attack magic. Ryoma is taught advanced teleportation and storage magic by Sabasu, the Jamel's butler. The Jamel family and their soldiers visit a monster-infested mine the next day so Illyria can learn. Illyria uses her magic to kill cave mantises, while Ryoma uses his new warrior skills to kill them. Illyria discovers and captures a rare metal slime, which she presents to Ryoma. Duke Jamel is delighted when Ryoma realizes that the mine can be reopened by using magic to extract the traces of iron left in the soil. Rienbach introduces Ryoma to Serge Morgan, a trader who is delighted to buy and sell Ryoma's creations, making Ryoma extremely wealthy. However, Ryoma insists on remaining anonymous, fearing the attention he would receive if anyone nefarious discovered he can use real alchemy. Reinhardt completes his investigation and apprehends the embezzlers. Reinhardt decides to send Ryoma and other adventurers to clear the mines of monsters after receiving a request from Duke Jamel. The Adventurer Guild starts their mission to clear the mines of monsters. The mission goes well until they come across a large goblin nest deep inside. The adventurers then launch a coordinated attack against the goblins, and despite the enemies being larger than expected, they are defeated without casualties, thanks in part to Ryoma and his slimes. When Ryoma returns home, he decides that he can no longer take advantage of the Jamel family's hospitality and declares his desire to live independently of them. Reinhardt and his family agree to Ryoma's request after foreseeing his desire to pursue his own path. However, they make him promise to keep in touch and visit them on a regular basis. The next day, Ryoma approaches the Merchant Guild for assistance with his plans to open a laundry shop. Ryoma spends the next day, with the help of his friends, constructing the facility after securing a plot of land. Ryoma goes to the church after the main building is finished to meet the gods, but only Kyufo is there to greet him. While Lulusha and Gain are having fun on Earth, Shiro warns Ryoma that, in order to synchronize with his new body, his mental, emotional maturity will regress to that of a child. However, his memory and beliefs will remain the same. Callum and Carla Norad are sent by the Merchant Guild to work in Ryoma's laundry shop. Ryoma has both of them assist him with an opening party that he throws for all of his friends after giving them instructions on their new job. Ryoma decides to work at the Adventurer Guild the next day because he believes that few customers will show up for the shop's opening. When he returns, however, he is surprised to find the shop packed. Ryoma decides to hire more assistants at the end of the day and returns home happy after a productive day. Except for foreigners Faye and his daughter Lai Ling, Ryoma interviews some candidates for work in his shop, but all of them refuse to work under a child or with slimes. Both confirm that they are former assassins when Ryoma notices that they are carrying concealed weapons. Despite this, Ryoma hires both to serve as bodyguards as well as to attend to the costumers. Ryoma uses the healing slimes to cure Faye's broken leg after another successful day of work. Much to his delight, Ryoma hires 4 more female employees, including a cook, as his laundry shop grows in popularity, and he receives offers to open additional locations. The Jamel family is overjoyed at how well Ryoma is doing, confident that he will be able to survive without their help. Ryoma receives a large order of waterproof cloth from the Merchant Guild for the seasonal quail frog hunt, and he decides to produce them inside the mines, with Illyria accompanying him to practice with her violin. After eating some iron, one of his slimes transforms into an iron slime. Illyria later requests that Ryoma create a miniature statue of herself. Satisfied with the outcome, he creates statues of all members of the Jamel family, which they give to her as a memento before she leaves for school, including one of Ryoma. Later at the shop, Ryoma discovers that as Bamboo Forest's reputation grows, sales and profits continue to rise, and he realizes that he forgot to give his employees holiday breaks, which they welcome when he decides to do so. It's unusual, but Ryoma doesn't want to exploit his employees. Following that, he learns from the Adventurers Guild that a group of adventurers has captured a new species of slime. As a result, he purchases it from them. He discovers that the slime is a bloody slime by informing it. The three gods are pleased with their choice of Ryoma as they observe his progress. Illyria invites Ryoma to a taming magic training session with her family later at home. Ryoma and Illyria learn new abilities from the Jamel family during a training session. After that, Ryoma finishes the waterproof cloth order and goes to watch the lemur bird's annual migration with Illyria and the others. During the event, one tamer tries to tame a lemur bird with his music, but is instead attacked by them. When one of the birds attacks everyone with powerful magic, Ryoma and the others attempt to save him. Ryoma's mental pain resistance allows him to drive the birds away. Illyria is disappointed that she was unable to tame a lemur bird. When the lemur birds reappear, Illyria and Ryoma use music to tame a few of them, with Ryoma also taming the nightmare lemur bird and Illyria taming a phantom lemur bird. The Jamel estate celebrates Ryoma and Illyria's success, as well as their final night together before parting ways during dinner. The next day, Illyria and her family bid Ryoma farewell, promising to keep in touch and to visit Illyria in 3 years when she takes a break from her studies and goes to the mines to start a new life. The gods, who are watching over Ryoma, reaffirm their belief that reincarnating him in their world was the right decision, and they eagerly await his next adventures. Like and subscribe. See you on the next one.